First, I want to thank the entire hobby community for the overwhelming support, the number of votes and call outs for ZiggyNo to be elected in the Hall of Fame was overwhelming. Overwhelming. I can't thank you guys enough. When I saw the numbers and I had to look twice, like, really? Really? Like I went again, I just want to start by saying thank you. I was shocked by some of the results. I was shocked some people did and didn't make it in. I've always been a supporter. I vote every year. I've been a big fan of the Hall of Fame. A few years ago, I did the Hall of Fame videos where I talked about each class and gave links to each class. I'm a big fan. So it was super exciting to see this support, the overwhelming support. I can only hope in the future that maybe someday I could be a part of such a wonderful group. But just the current support itself meant so much to me. Okay, in this video, let's jump right into it. I'm going to talk about theft. Talk about theft for two reasons. Number one, it recently occurred to me. Yeah, to me. This video is primarily be from the perspective of my current higher level activities in sports card business right now. I'm not even gonna say breaking anymore. Breaking is one thing that we're doing, but I'm doing so many other things right now. It's super exciting. Um, I'm definitely spending a lot more time in things I did not think I would be involved in last year. I'll give you an example. Repacks, been very involved in the repacking world. I'll talk more about that. Um, Customization, those custom cards, custom slabs, custom this, custom learning a lot, seeing a lot, just brand awareness, marketing. There's so many angles to this that I, again, did not see that I see now a year later. Let's talk about that. But let's talk about two things, theft and growth. We get product shipped. It's interesting. I think everybody's like this. You get product shipped to your location and typically it's dropped off, I want to say by FedEx. And what bothers me is the FedEx guy just takes a picture, he leaves it on your door and he's gone. Um, I guess there's locations where they pay in the store, but a lot of times they leave it on the store outside or in the front. I don't know why it is that way, but it is. Um, and what's happened is that I believe people follow these FedEx trucks on their routes. They know the days the products are being released. They know who's supposed to be getting it. And we have video at my local um, point of where we're getting our packages shipped, where FedEx drops the boxes off, and within, I'd say 5 minutes later, a SUV pulls around, and in that SUV, guy gets out, walks over, picks up our boxes. So basically, the FedEx guy drops it off, takes the picture, so it's been delivered. He gets in his car, leaves, and like 10 minutes later, another guy pulls up. And what's clever about this guy is he gets out, his front passenger door, the window's open, so he goes around, he picks the box up, he just walks by the passenger side door, puts the boxes in the door quickly, just drops them in, blah, 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 they go quickly. You're not putting them in the side door, you're not putting them in the back, open stuff open, being careful, but just quickly dropping them in, and he walks around, gets in his car, and leaves. Then recently, we've had issues with packages, shipping. I'll tell you, man, there's so many issues. And I bring this up because in the big world, we've seen this with the US Postal Service getting caught, people complaining about FedEx. I heard bad things about UPS. I don't know what the answer is. I really don't. It's such an industry ripe with theft and crime because the merchandise that can be stolen is very hard. And I know you're not going to believe this, but it's very hard to trace or to get accountability or get a payout for. Um, it's a very liquid item too. It's almost like you're sending gold in the mail. I don't even know, like lower grade gold, I guess. Because you can tell you could use a magnet figure. It's irking me. I think this is a key issue that's holding us back. I mean, I've even heard comments that there's actual like organized crime involved in this. Okay. I'll say too, there's some lazy efforts on the manufacturer where I think they should do a better job camouflaging or hiding the shipping label. Again, there's a lot of things here, but my point to this is we're not going to be able to grow if we don't get rid of this beast of a monster that is theft and crime. The alleged theft at sports card headquarters, or not sports card, H card head HQ, right? Um, these stories are not uncommon, right? There's a lot of that because again, the merchandise that you're working with can easily be switched for cash. It's almost like if you were a drug dealer and you had everybody touching the drugs, but none of them are using it. That's a rare thing to find. I will tell you, here's an interesting secret. What I love about Queens of Cards is our breakers, female breakers. don't give a poop about the cards as far as the value of them. They think they're pretty. They think they're cool. They like them. They like to hear how much they're worth, but they don't personally have any interest in stealing that card and taking home to their boyfriend or themselves and trying to sell it. They have no interest. Doesn't even cross their mind. Like that is one of the best things I have to say, like an area that I feel I'm not going to be an ignorant person and say you can't trust everybody, you can't trust everybody, trust no one 100%, but it it's different. It's different. So something to think about. Um, so that's my quick topic there on theft. And I think we again will leave more to get rid of it. I think one thing though to help get rid of it is we got to find a better way on the shipping matter. Maybe there's a market for a customized collectible or high-end shipping company. Do you think that's possible? And here's what I'm thinking, guys, on a side note, real quickly, is that Amazon did a great job of creating their own infrastructure. Could you almost go to Amazon with a pitch on, hey, look, I want to create this like white glove, high level, high value shipping through your infrastructure of Amazon so that you could use your infrastructure at greater reach, but there'd be accountability and be some, I don't know, just something I'm thinking about. That makes me think, what made me think about that is Probstein's comment with his bid live platform where he's going to basically try to combine shipping for consigners so they get, again, save money on shipping. I think that's a genius thing. Like every time I go to the post office, I realize how dependent I am on the US Postal Service. Like all this technology and all this cyber stuff and the fact we have live streaming and you have breaks online and billions of dollars transactions, they're still all based on the backbone of a shipping infrastructure. I mean, it's so important. And that infrastructure is got a lot of issues. Um, Maybe they'll clean up the postal service next. I don't know. I don't know. The postal service is a mess. Every time I go to my postal service, I feel bad for the people there. Okay, so next one I want to talk about is growth. So recently, I've been doing a lot in trying to figure how we grow our business, right? How we grow our business, how we grow our business. One area we do very well, one area I realize is new people, higher value clients who easily know our team through some other means or some other industry. We've pulled in a lot of different individuals. It'll be interesting to see how they adjust to this hobby, how they adjust. A lot of them are just into the collectible. They're not doing this. I'll put this way. They're not buying on breaks because they're trying to make a profit. They're buying in the breaks because they think it's fun. They're trying to get a card they like. They like a team. So we're seeing a lot of growth in that area. I wonder if it's sustainable growth, right? Because you want people who, how often can somebody afford to spend so much money and not get some return? So we're trying to educate them on ways they can get liquidity out of the cards they get if they wanted to, right? And I bring this up because again, if the hobby is going to grow, this is what I believe and what I've seen is that we've really got to find a better way to make sports cards more liquid. I know a lot of people don't like that. They're not gonna like that. Oh, you're a gambler. You just want to cash out when you want to. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That liquidity is very, very valuable to the infrastructure of the hobby, including the vintage guys who want to hold your cards forever. Liquidity in the hobby is good for you too. Um, Trust me, look at asset management. Look at assets. You don't want assets to have no market. You can have an asset's worth, last sold for $1 million. There's no new buyers in that market, right? That's not a last sold market. That's a dead market. Um, where was I going with this? Liquidity, velocity. It's another word I love. Velocity of the break. That's what I'm learning about. How do we get the velocity of our breakup? So going back to marketing growth, I realize a lot of it goes back to education. Now, I have always been critical of some of the people out there who take advantage of people and their training, their education, telling you how they're going to guarantee you ways to make money. People selling picks, for example, back in 2020, when the card ladder guys, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. When Josh Johnson had a newsletter from I think 2019 through 2021, where he was selling you picks every month on which cards to buy and which cards to sell, which is totally cool, man. I think that's great. I love that model. I just think you should disclose that since you were, running, managing, controlling the card ladder app with card ladder scores like TJ Warren and Joel. Okay, I'm going way off tangent here, but my point is, I realize how powerful that education capability is. You can bring on new people, and I do think here's the key is you have to teach them. I think some people go, I'm going to teach them how to be a collector. Collect what you love, collect what you like. That's half the equation. I do believe you have to teach them how to make money, how to be liquid in this hobby. And let me give you an example before you bat your eyes and go crazy. How many of you came in this hobby or at one point in this hobby or in this hobby today are very active in one specific sport or genre. Like you're a sports card guy, but you don't touch the Pokemon stuff. That's me, right? Or you are a football and basketball guy, but you don't touch baseball. You're baseball and you don't touch whatever it is. You're aware of the space, you're aware of the market. So when you watch other products come on the market and they're in your lane, so give you an example. I go to Target. I love Prism football. If I'm there and oh my gosh, here's the latest Pokemon box that everybody's talking about, I should buy it. Why? Not because I'm becoming a Pokemon guy, but I know the value of it. It's finding a I don't know how to word this, but a parallel hobby where you can take your knowledge, your awareness, your expertise in the hobby. I'm good in sports cards, and then find another link in the hobby that can fund your hobby enjoyment. Does it make sense? I think it does. And this easier way to think about this is in sports. I'm a baseball guy, but man, I see those football boxes, everybody's open those. So when I saw the football go for sale, I bought it up. Now, am I bad because I'm flipping football because I'm fueling my baseball card collecting hobby, my passion? I don't want to spend more new money on baseball cards, but I want the new baseball cards. So I'm going to take the football prism, whatever it is, flip that and make money. That is, I believe, very common across a majority of people in the hobby. More so probably 2018 to 2020. I think 2020, there were those people who came into it who knew nothing about collecting, didn't even have to know about collecting or have any passion for collecting, and could just fuel and find a business. That's. But I do think before that, many of us were collectors who just said, you know what, and I love this, but I just can't do it on my own. So I'm going to flip the baseball cards or I'm going to flip the Pokemon or the Magic. I think going back to teaching that and explaining that to people again is the key on how we grow the hobby because we have a lot of very, very educated people. Our markets are growing. Pokemon's taking off. Like, for example, I'm not a Pokemon guy, but I've learned a lot about it recently. Being involved in sports cards and breaking, I've learned a whole bunch about it. I've learned a whole bunch about Star Wars, right? I've learned a whole bunch about UFC stuff I did not know. But now that I can take my expertise from football, basketball, baseball, I know what to navigate and how to make money with those other products. Does it make sense? Fair enough. So I think, again, growing the hobby, I think we have to grow the hobby by teaching people to collect what they love and to profit off what they don't. You like that? Collect what you love, profit off what you don't. Someone should definitely hashtag that shit. What do you think? I don't know, man. I think it feels sounds good to me. Um, anything else there? No. I'm working on some new content. I'll put it that way. I will tell you this though. I'm not going to be very active on this channel as I thought I was going to be. First of all, views are here are low, and I feel like I lose more subscribers than I gain. It's really bizarre to me. Like I think I've stayed at 2,000 subscribers for probably 3 years. It's like I get like 30, and then I lose three for 15 days. So then I'll be minus what 45 or whatever, and then I gain. It's bizarre. But I am working on some new content around that premise of I think you need to teach people the passion about collect what you love and profit off what you don't. Okay, repacks, repacks. First of all, I want to say this. Look, I feel I've done a great job explaining and educating my partners on the dangers and the concerns about repack. Like, for example, the reason that Queens of Cards to this date has not sold repacks is we believe that when we do, if we do, it's going to be repacks that we're proud of, that we believe in, that's done legitimately, transparently, and there's no issues on. We've seen too many issues out there. With bad repacks. And I'm really surprised how many bad repacks there are and why more people aren't out there policing this or watching this. Like, I'll just give you an example. I think somebody could just simply make content by watching repacks being open, and as the repacker opens it, go, "Oh, shiny card." All they have to do is put down the actual value of the card. Just do that, and you could fast forward that, like have a repack opening 30 cards and just show me 30 cards. The breaker telling you, this is in a floor of $400. Did it qualify? Is this in a floor of $400 or not? Just grade that, rank that, rate that. Because it just seems to me like most of these repacks, but they are so powerful. They are so powerful. People love them. It's funny. You know what I think of repacks? I don't want to go there. I don't want to piss you guys off, but when have I ever not pissed people off on this channel? I'll tell you when I've not. Because I listened to Grant the other day talk about shit that he should not have been talking about on his stream, and I thought to myself, what a fucking idiot. So I went to some executive training the other day and just shut up a little bit more. So maybe there will be a little more filtered. That's not gonna be totally filtered, but I'm not telling you what I was thinking a minute ago. Repacks, repacks, repacks. I am looking forward. I did say this though. I'm not a fan of Arena Club personally, but I think they are a repack company. They've made the best repack because it's a digital one. It gets put on a marketplace. You can see the numbers. It's kind of transparent. I think that's the future. I think this Collect.io product out there looks pretty cool too. I've seen a lot of advertisements, seen some reviews for it too. Some people bought stuff from it, and then there's rumors of others bringing up Fanatics or whatever, bringing repacks. So we'll see. I think the repack market is will be interesting as we move forward in 2025. Not at all exciting to me. Uh, I did want to talk a little about customized slabs and that new bids. I just said this customized slabs. It made me think about when HGA came to market, and their big differentiator was customized slabs. They were going to customize a slab, and I thought that was key. I thought that was something no one else was offering. Magic and gradings, all this what was going on, and these guys are going to be game changing. Um, I just heard the other day that Michael Baker, who I have joked about, made fun of, I can't believe this guy makes money selling a sticker telling you your PSA 10 is better than the other guy's PSA 10. I still laugh when I think about that. I know. He goes, well, don't buy the card, not the grade. And he's just telling you the card's, but he's still giving you a grade, and you guys are still paying for it. I just don't get that. And I know so many other people are doing it too now, and it's so damn clever. Let me just say that it's clever. It's so clever. You're geniuses. That's another thing I'll say too in the last few year. Things I used to laugh at and think to myself, what the fuck are you doing? I looked at myself and think to myself, what the fuck didn't you think about that first? Um, oh, new grading company, Michael Baker, new grading company. I thought to myself, why don't you just go join PSA? Bring your name there, bring your stickers there, and be like Michael Baker, PSA grading and stickers now. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting to create a own company. And his slabs, I do not like them. I thought they looked ugly. When you go with a CSG slab or something like that, or it also makes me think to myself, what kind of deal are you working on? Like, are you trying to get bought? Are you got some deal in the works? You're going to do a lot of TCG. I saw Tag's announcement too recently about, they're excited about making kiosks. I did think it was interesting that that's their dream. They didn't say they had them. I also think everybody's excited. I heard people talking about how that cool that would be. Here's my thought on the kiosks. I think Beckett, remember Beckett? Beckett could make kiosks that they could put at locations that could do raw card reviews. We all love raw card reviews from the back in the day. You could see a Beckett AI raw card review. I could see that happening. I could also see PSA doing that, a PSA AI generated raw card review. Both of those guys for the brand and they to do it. So Tag saying they're going to do something like that. I think it's clever, but you don't have the name recognition of the brand. I also see all of them would be susceptible to hacking. I can hack one of those suckers and make it tell you that you're going to do something you're not supposed to do, right? So I'm getting some phone call from somebody. I don't know who it is. Anyway, let me close on this. Probe Scene's new marketplace. Interesting. I'm skeptical. Like I thought to myself, like we need another marketplace. I don't understand. We need another marketplace. It's going to be a selling platform. I like his consolidated shipping. He also said it's not going to be limited to cards. He's looking at bigger than that, which I will say I think Fanatics should look bigger than that too. I know Fanatics says they are, but I think they really need to push sooner in more than just cards. They should be doing other collectibles on there. They should be broadening the platform. Um, he'll make a ton of money off it because he could just get bought. In these businesses, this reminds me, I'll tell you guys real quickly. It's an old man here, old man information. Back in the day, it was all about subscription count. You get your subscription count up. You get a large subscription count of, I don't know, 10,000, 100,000 active bid buyers and sellers, and you can sell that with your business. And that'll be a multi-million dollar sale. Probe Scene will make a ton of money off this. I wish I had a part of it. I think it's a great idea. It does make me think to myself, what the fuck did sports card nonsense do wrong? Like you had that card shop app. Like, why didn't you sell it off, man? You had to have subscribers. Did you not have subscribers? What was the barrier to entry? A code for that. Did you spend a lot of money in the code? I don't know. I guess I could reach out to Mike someday. I don't want to rub his nose in it, but it does seem to me like that's gonna be one of those examples of he's gonna look at that and go, "What the fuck did I do wrong?" And he should probably get back in that space too if he can, because he can say I failed at it. Now I can come back and win in it. But I do see online sales as being the future. That's part of one thing I feel like I'm involved in right now. And I'm just selling sports cards as a breaker. I'm in online sales, and it's about growth. It's about market. It's about education, right? About giving the customer something they're going to value and they're going to be excited to get. Um, that's about it right now. I got too many things going on, man, and so many things I just can't. I just can't talk about right now because they haven't happened. They need to, fruition has to happen. Grinding has to take place. I'm excited about what's ahead of us. I'm even excited about the cards coming out. Like we got, Topps Chrome today. We got what's that stuff called? Finest X-Men next week. Like, comment, subscribe.